Hey, what's up, guys, and welcome to Tennis channel. Well, I just got a package here shipped to me from Functional Tennis, and I'm gonna unbox it now. So let's see what's inside. Okay, it's a Saber, you guys. The head size 37 square inches, so really small, and strong weight 300 grams, so pretty standard. And it feels pretty good on the hand, the balance and everything. And I think if I add an overgrip, it's gonna feel even better. The paint job looks really nice, and I can say that it's a very quality made. The story behind it, so last week Fabio from Functional Tennis contact me that they want to send me this saber for a review. So thank you very much. I appreciate it. Okay, let's see how heavy it is. Well, it weighs 324 grams with this synthetic gut string, so I don't think the unstrung weight is 300 grams as stated. It should be way more than that. The point is, they try to make it as close to the tweener racket as possible so that we don't need that much transition time to play with this racket. Just in case you cannot imagine how small this racket face is, this is the tennis ball, and look at the size. You have to be very precise and accurate to hit it right in the middle of the string bed. It's really small, and compared to this is a badminton racket, you can see that it's even smaller than a badminton racket. And if you compare with this 98 square inches racket, you can see that it makes the 98 looks like an oversized racket. Before we get to the playtest, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel for more tennis content. And if you are interested to get this cool saber, use the link in the description below. Thank you. Starting from the baseline, the Saber has good feel. It's not a stiff racket, and the string band gives that nice pocketing feel. And even with the small string band, you can tell if you hit the sweet spot or not. I would say the first 5 minutes feels like a torture. I shanked a lot and didn't get it right on the sweet spot, but rather a bit off, and I didn't get the pop from the string that I supposed to get. But after that, I'm pretty surprised how well I can play with it, even though someone my level. I kinda get used to the weight and the balance of the racket, and I can keep the rally longer. It feels better and better as I am more accurate and focused. So, if you are intermediate level players and you're afraid that you may not be able to play with it, well, don't. I'm sure if you give it some time, you will be able to play with this racket for sure. The good thing about the Saber is it comes with a string, unlike the pointer that is made from wood, so you can get more feel and sensation that is close to your normal modern racket, and you can get a pretty good topspin on the ball as well. I'm so surprised that I can hit with topspin with such a small racket face, but yeah, that's it can do. You can just swing it with your normal ground strokes and see if it works or not. The control is pretty good. Like I can send the ball to the place that I want. Great directional control. The power is okay if you hit the sweet spot, but if you don't, then the ball doesn't go that much because, of course, it's not a forgiving racket given the size of the head. But it was okay for a practice session. So, people asking me if the saber really helps with, improving accuracy and hitting sweet spot. Well, of course it does, that I can say, but not directly. I think it does help with improving fundamentals more. The saber kind of requires you to do the right thing and hit the ball the right way. Otherwise, you just simply cannot play with it because you will shank most of the time. And here are the areas that I feel like I have to do during the first hitting session. First, the timing on the ball and footwork. Because the racket is so unforgiving, you have to get to the ball in time and get your timing right, hitting in front of your body, otherwise you will make an errors. Second is the body weight, transfer and rotation. Like it didn't allow me to arming the ball at all. It feels easier to generate the power with, your body rotate and getting your body weight transfer forward. This is what I can feel right away. Third is compact backswing and wrist lag. I think this is because I shank a lot and big take back kind of increase the percentage of errors. So I automatically shorten my take back a bit and relax my wrist more to compensate the racket being under power. I really like this because when I was playing with my normal racket, my wrist kind of be more tight because I can generate power anyway. But on this, it seems like the only way is to loosen the grip. Fourth is the arm extension. This is the same reason to create the power. Like it comes pretty natural. I can get more plow that way to compensate with the less power I can get from shorten the take back. My takeaway from this first hitting session is that I have way more accuracy on my forehand than on my backhand. I hit sweet spot more often on that wing, but on the backhand it still doesn't feel right most of the time. And that's the area that I aim to improve going forward. What I don't like about the Saber, well, first is the throat of the racket. Normally I use my left hand to hold the shaft on preparation, but on the Saber it doesn't have that, so it kind of feels very weird, but I will get used to it. The second is the string that comes with it. I mean, it hits great and it pockets the ball really well, but it's a synthetic gut that will go out of place after hitting many balls, and I have to kind of adjust it back in place. Next time I would probably string it with a soft poly to avoid this. And the third is the volley and backhand slice. It's just really difficult to do that. I still shank most of the time on that shot. After I play with the Saber for like 20 minutes, I switch back to my Whiteout 1820 to see how it feels, if it helps me at all. Well, I gotta say the 90 square inches looks so big and very sluggish compared to the Saber. I feel like I was holding a 120 square inches and 30 millimeter beams racket in my hand, and I can hit with way more power than I ever did before without, really trying to force it. So if you ask me what area it helps the most, I think it actually helps with creating the power the right way. But do I feel like I hit the sweet spot more often? Well, it's really hard to tell because the weight and the balance are different, and I sure need time to adjust. And to be honest, I didn't have that much of a sweet spot problem with my racket at the moment. So yeah, it's difficult. In summary, I really enjoy this first hitting session with the Saber. I plan to use it as preparation racket for probably the first 10 minutes of my hitting session going forward to help getting me in the rhythm and to remind myself of what to do. And let's see if I can make any progress in the next episode. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.